What's up, YouTube? So today we're going to talk about the movie Locked. Now, just FYI, my reviews do include some spoilers, but I'm not going to tell everything. So I do leave some stuff that I don't say, but it is going to be some spoilers included. It's really just like little minor details. But anyway, basically, the movie starts with the main character guy trying to get his car fixed, and he doesn't have enough money. So while talking to the mechanic, the main character name is Eddie, he notices a wallet off to the side, and we see him end up stealing it, taking the money out, tossing the wallet. And then as he's leaving, the camera is showing like other things that would typically be pickpocketed, like book bags and off to the side. So it basically sets the premise that the main character Eddie is basically a bum. A part of him being a bum includes him not picking up his daughter from school. And we find that out when the mother calls and chews him out about basically not picking her up. So, as he's going through his little meltdown of being a loser, he decides he's going to rob some cars. So basically, he's going around checking the doors to try to get in the cars and see what they got valuable in there. And basically, that's his plan. And then he makes it to the famous car that he gets in and becomes locked in. So from this point, essentially the movie is based on Eddie being stuck in the car and Anthony Hopkins' character, William, talking to him through the car. Now, it does start a little slow once he's in the car because it's just him trying to escape / get help. In him doing this, we discover that the car is soundproof, so no one can hear him. We also discover that the car is bulletproof because he tried to shoot his way out of the car and the bullet ricocheted and like hit him. He also got injured when he was trying to break through the door. He like slashed his arm. So already at the beginning, he's messed himself up pretty bad and losing a nice little amount of blood. And then at some point, he just passes out. And then he wakes back up to find out that his wounds have been bandaged on up. And then basically starts, these days of him being in the car. And during this time of him being in the car, we discover a few things. Basically, we discover that William, which is the Anthony Hopkins character, he can talk to Eddie whenever he wants to through the radio. And that includes torturing him by playing the song over and over and over, or changing the temperature to either cold or hot whenever he wants. We also discovered that he could electrocute Eddie whenever he wants. And like I said, Eddie is stuck in his car for days with nothing. So eventually, William does give him a bottle of water, and eventually he does give him one cookie, but that was pretty much it. As far as him having anything, he does have something else. I'll leave that for you to discover if you do watch the movie to see what other measures Eddie has to resort to. We also discover that William's daughter was killed and that he has cancer now. I think he said he had about 4 months to live, something around there. And then we also know that Eddie can see William on his high rise. He saw him on the balcony. So we know that William can see the car and, has eyes on the car, basically. And eventually, during this process, while sitting in the front seat, Eddie was pressing something. I can't remember exactly what he's pressing, but he pressed something like 5 times and it turns the car on, in which he starts to drive, but then William takes it over. So, after William takes over the car, he's basically taking Eddie through a driving spree through the city. And this is where you get some action, so I'll leave out those details just in case you do plan to watch the movie, so you can know. But this is definitely this is definitely the most action, and definitely where it gets a little more interesting, especially one particular scene. That's where you'll find that during this time. But after the little driving spree, in the incident, William has a car brought to a parking lot, in which this is where Eddie sees William for the first time, and William ends up getting in the car with him. And then they have some little scenes in the car. of talking back and forth. And I'll leave those details out, like I said, just in case you do want to watch the movie. But then Eddie is able finally to pull this switch on the car, which he had discovered earlier when he was in the car by himself. He had like discovered it, but William had saw him doing something, and he ended up getting electrocuted for it. But he was able to finally pull that switch, and basically it cut the car off. And so that sends the car rolling out of control. And then we see the car catch on fire. And then we see Eddie just getting out of the car, looking very abused, very battered. And then it's like another scene after that, and then the movie ends. So, in a nutshell, that's kind of the movie, with me leaving a couple details out just in case you do want to see it. My thoughts on it was, for this to be taking place in the car, I thought those shots looked really good. So that's my positive for the movie. As far as my rating for the movie, I would say, now my rating system is basically like trash, okay, good, decent. Well, decent would be before good, and then great, or go see it. Great, same rating. For this one, I will put it as okay. It's okay. It's okay, like an okay, almost decent, right? I would say this would be a good streaming movie, right? If this is on streaming, I would recommend, yes, you should stream this. Now, if you do want to go see it in movies, I would suggest going to see it on Discount Tuesday. So, it's good enough for that. For me, I think it falls under one of those movies that's going to be a one and done, just because the majority of the movie takes place in one place, and it's only dealing with one character on the screen for the majority of it. So that's just a me thing. I like a little more action, a little more something else to have that replay value for me. That's not to say that if it does come on streaming, yeah, I'll definitely play it again and have it as a background. Just because I tend to watch stuff all the time and just have it playing in the background. So it'll be like one of those. But like I said, if you can wait till it comes out to streaming, that would be my recommendation. But if you do want to go see it in theaters, I would definitely say go on Discount Tuesday. And it's one of those. It's one of those. Let me know your thoughts if you do plan to see this movie. If you do plan to check it out. And make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Got more movie reviews coming. Until next time. Later.